Have you ever asked yourself why you always feel like you came out losing from every argument or every situation where something is at stake? You give up your rights under the excuse that you're protecting your peace or that you're a peaceful person who doesn't like problems. The bitter truth is, you're not peaceful. You just don't know how to play it right. Every single day, you're in a constant state of negotiation, from convincing your friend to meet you somewhere, all the way to trying to establish some space for yourself in a draining relationship. If you think negotiation is only for suits and ties inside major corporations, then you're delusional. In The Brief Guide to the Art of Negotiation, Talad Haki says that negotiation isn't about splitting the cake equally. Negotiation is convincing the other side that the crumbs are the biggest win they can get. Today, I'm going to teach you how to turn the tables and get what you want, simply and without raising your voice. Before we go deeper and start taking apart the mind of the person in front of you, let's agree that every negotiation in the world is based on one thing: the balance of power. Who needs the other person more? The problem is that you enter every discussion showing all your cards. You make it obvious that you're attached to the deal or to the person standing in front of you. The first rule in the dark psychology of negotiation is to kill your desperation. The person who appears uninterested is the person who controls the direction of the entire game. When you show that you're ready to walk away at any moment, the other side begins losing confidence in their position, and they start making concessions without even realizing it. Always be the side that can do without it, even if, deep inside, you're dying to have it. To reach that level of detachment, you need to separate your emotions completely from the outcome. Think of yourself as a program or a machine analyzing the data in front of it. There is no place for emotions or false idealism. A manipulative person will always try to provoke you emotionally. They'll either make you angry, so you make a mistake and lose your position, or make you feel guilty and inadequate, so you willingly give something up. That is where tactical coldness comes in. When someone throws provocative bait at you or puts you under pressure, instead of nervously explaining yourself or becoming defensive, drain their energy with deadly silence. Look them calmly in the eyes, as though you're watching a weak, boring stage performance. That silence creates a terrifying vacuum for the other person. It makes them nervous, and they begin speaking randomly just to fill the empty space. And somewhere inside that careless talking, they'll reveal their real weaknesses and the hidden motivation behind what they're saying. Another terrifying tactic used by top negotiators is anchoring, or setting the first frame. The human mind naturally builds its judgment around the first piece of information it receives. Whether you're discussing a salary, the price of something, or even boundaries in a relationship, the person who gives the first number or sets the first condition is the one who draws the playing field. When you begin with a very high and shocking condition, you create a shock inside the other person's mind. Every concession you make after that will look like a massive win for them, even though you actually ended up exactly where you originally wanted. This is the illusion of choice game. You give them several options that all serve your interests, while making them feel that they were the one who chose and the one who won. You guide the person toward the exact corner you want, while they believe they're the one leading. One of the most powerful psychological tools you need to learn and keep in your arsenal is mirroring. You become a literal mirror of the person in front of you. When the other person says something containing a hidden attack or an excessive demand, repeat the last 3 words they said in a very calm tone with a cold sense of questioning and surprise. That simple move temporarily paralyzes their thinking. It forces them to explain what they mean and dismantle their own defenses without you even asking them to. You're playing the role of the intelligent observer. You make them spend all their energy explaining and justifying themselves, while you conserve your energy and observe the situation from above. This tactic breaks down even the most manipulative and toxic personalities, because it makes them feel that you're paying close attention to them, while also placing them under enormous psychological pressure. A manipulator absolutely hates someone who coldly analyzes their words, as though they're reading an open book. Most people are afraid of the word no, They think no means the end of the negotiation or a final rejection. But in reality, no is where the real game begins. Rejection is often the shield frightened people hide behind. Once they raise it, the real negotiation begins. When you get the other person to say no early in the conversation, you give them a false sense of control and safety. They feel that they've drawn a boundary and that they're controlling the situation. And that is exactly when their defenses come down. As soon as they say no, calmly ask them why, or ask what would make them change their mind. You've now moved them from a defensive state into a state where they're searching for solutions with you. You make them work for your benefit without even realizing it. Stop chasing the fake yes people give you just to silence you. Confront the word no directly so you can break through it and reach the truth. There is a very harsh and abstract rule in dark psychology. Human beings are driven far more by the fear of loss than by the desire for gain. When you want to persuade someone, don't sit there explaining all the wonderful benefits they'll receive if they agree. That only lowers your value. Instead, intelligently paint a frightening picture of the losses that will happen and the problems they'll face if they reject your offer. We live in the age of fear of missing out and regret. Use that point to your advantage without mercy. Make them feel that if this opportunity disappears, it will never return. Make them feel that a strong replacement is already waiting to take their place within seconds if they hesitate or delay. The whole game is about framing and professionalism. Let your tone always suggest that you're offering them their final lifeline, and that if they refuse, you'll simply walk away and find someone else. The most important weapon you possess in any negotiation or relationship in your life is your ability to walk away. If you enter any discussion without being prepared to leave when the conditions don't suit you, then you entered it to lose. Your real power isn't in your tongue or your intelligence. Your power is in the steps that can carry you out of the place the moment you feel your value being reduced. Don't accept half solutions simply because you're afraid of confrontation or afraid of being alone. Set extremely clear boundaries, like an iron fence that no one can climb. Anyone who crosses those boundaries gets thrown out of your life or out of the deal immediately, without a second warning. A sudden withdrawal shocks the manipulator because they're used to the victim always clinging, begging, and trying to stay. When you walk away with dignity and coldness, you destroy every rule in their game and leave them alone to eat themselves alive. Before you close any deal or finish any discussion in your favor, you need to play the final touch with strategic intelligence. Give the other person a false feeling of victory and superiority. Let them feel that they achieved some small win in the end, or managed to pressure you on some meaningless point. That satisfies their sick ego and ensures they carry out the agreement while feeling completely comfortable and reassured. Throw them a cosmetic victory to keep them distracted, while you take the entire grand prize. At the same time, always create a false sense of urgency and time pressure. Make them feel that time is running out quickly and that the decision has to be made right now or the opportunity will disappear. That urgency disrupts logical thinking and makes the person more likely to make fast decisions that serve your interests. Those are the rules of the game. If you don't learn them seriously, you'll spend your entire life as nothing more than a tool in somebody else's hands. In the end, you need to understand that negotiation in life isn't a bloody battle where you need to raise your shield and sword. It's simply a game of chess, played silently with extremely calculated moves. The real winner in any negotiation isn't the person who raises their voice the highest. It's the person who remains calm for the longest time and keeps control of their emotions. The calm, cold, and detached mind is the one that always wins in every situation.